Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love Island USA. I already did my season 7 episode 24 review, so please check that out when you guys get a chance. I am in this particular video discussing Shelly's handler and social media sending hate and unalive threats, to the point that she had to turn, the person who's running Shelly's account while she's in the villa had to turn off the comments and put up this message, and we're just going to talk about it and dive right in. So it says the following. It says, "We will turn the comments back on in a few hours. Please let us do our jobs. Hateful comments have been getting out of hand. It's just one person deleting thousands of comments, and all of them about all islanders need to be deleted. We got the ones about Shelly, and we will continue to do the same for the other islanders as well. The unalive threats and wishing bad on people's lives is just not something we are okay with. If you want to support Shelly, report all the hateful speech and unalive threats about all islanders. Post pictures to your stories of Shelly. DM some edit videos that you think should be posted, but commenting will be closed temporarily. Everyone have a productive morning and stay a bad bee with a cherry on top. Sign Chelsea's, Shelly's handler." Well, y'all, what are we doing? This is not the show that I love. This is not my show that I love that y'all are trying to destroy. And by y'all, I mean those of you that are actively seeking out these islanders' accounts, actively seeking out their relatives, their friends, and whomever, and sending all these threats to. At the end of the day, it is just a TV show. And at the end of the day, we are seeing footage either a day or two previously of what is falling out. Now, two things can be true here. Two things can be true. That these islanders had two chances to get rid of Huda, and they did not take those opportunities. But it can also be true that Shelly is valid in her being pissed off at Huda. That if Huda set specific boundaries that you couldn't even look at Jeremiah, that even if Jeremiah was having a conversation with a bombshell and she's pacing back and forth and giving you an evil eye, that if Jeremiah is kissing another woman in challenges, Huda is literally hiding out in the bushes and feeling some type of way if he's kissing Alandria, if he's kissing Amaya, and all this and all of that. Literally burned the villa down. Burned the villa down with the shenanigans of calling Iris and calling Amaya all types of B's and all types of expletives just because they were interested. And it killed their interest, you guys. It killed their interest. But then she did some slick stuff to Hannah too, with Pepe. Sneaking up on him on a challenge and doing all of this and doing all of that. Had no conversation with Hannah prior, and then after the fact wanted to play victim, wanted to play like, oh, I had no idea. I didn't think of that. I didn't think about talking to her. No. And to keep it a buck with y'all, I think the full clip of what actually happened is edited out because production's protecting Huda, because Huda's on a whole redemption arc. So they think that if we don't show Huda, like what they're doing with Austin, because Austin has been need to go, if we just don't show them, you'll forget that they're there, right? But then if they're in the midst of some drama, we're going to find a way to make the black woman look like the aggressor in the situation. No. Listen, Huda and Ace were flat out wrong. I posted a couple clips on my Tickety Talk because I don't trust it here at YouTube. I have a feeling y'all will report it and it will get, I don't want those problems, but the one clip shows the dry humping that was very disturbing, and Ace doing the claps of the bear behind or whatever else. But then there was another clip where it looks like it was edited out, where Huda's about to do a reverse thing and is about to have this bear behind all up in Ace's face and everything else, and it just looks very disrespectful. And my thing is this, Huda fans. Why would all of the Islanders be shook at Huda's behavior if nothing was wrong? Why would Pepe say, in particular, who never talks, that this looks more than a challenge? Why would people validate Shelley's feelings and concerns if Shelley was in the wrong? No. This has nothing to do with Shelley having multiple connections or her and Ace not being closed off, as much as it has to do with the fact that Huda, feels that the rules do not apply to her when it comes to these challenges. And she has done this multiple times now with other people's couples, where she decides she wants to pull out the stripper moves, wants to pull out the leg shaking, the upside reverse, and everything else, the champagne room, the boom boom room tricks and everything else. And then when it goes too far, wants to cry crocodile tears and play victim. And make it look like everybody else is the problem. But here's the thing, let me tell you too. Those of you who've been following the Jeremiah and Hannah interviews. For those of you who are saying, oh, Shelley's never said anything to Huda, she's never held her accountable, da-da-da-da-da. No. In fact, you got it wrong. In fact, according to Jeremiah, Huda has done all types of stuff in this villa that has been edited out to protect her. So we haven't even seen the worst of it. And Hannah has said on an interview that her and Shelley were constantly holding Huda accountable and calling her out for her trifling behavior, y'all. And Huda had to apologize 1,000,000 times to Amaya, had to apologize 1,000,000 times to Iris for her behavior, for the simple fact that they had interest in Jeremiah. But doing this in the challenge is an HELL no. I'm sure by now, Shelley and Huda will have resolved their issue, but, I'm hoping that this is what, Shelley needs to move on from Ace, so I can stop hearing about y'all pushing the scammer allegations agenda, because it makes zero sense. They don't even live in the same place. They're not even on the same coast. None of it makes sense because of influencers liking each other's pictures and everything else, when that has happened since the beginning of time on Love Island, y'all. And literally on UK season 10, there was a similar storyline with Tyreek and Ella, who also met at a club, exchanged numbers, never dated. But y'all didn't go run and accuse them of scamming and all this and all that. No. Absolutely not. But here's my thing, because Chris looked absolutely disgusted with Huda as well, and JD has also alluded to the fact that there was some trifling behavior that Huda went too far, that he was disgusted by as well. And at some point, y'all gotta hold Huda accountable. And because she's not black, y'all don't care how she behaves. And this is my problem with Love Island as well, is y'all villainize black women for the littlest of things, but yet y'all let non-black women get away with all types of behavior, and y'all cuss people out and just expect people to deal with. And then it's weird that there are black women who are defending Huda's behavior and think this behavior is okay. No. But if anybody did this to Huda, it would be a problem. And here's the thing too. because somebody was trying to say that Shelley was jealous. What is Shelley jealous of? Shelley is the most sought after islander in that villa. Everybody wants a piece. Austin wanted her. Charlie wanted her. Ace wanted her. Who am I missing? Chris wants her. There's a lot of people who want her up in this villa. That's one thing Shelley's gonna do. She's gonna stay in a love triangle because these men are still after her. But I'm hoping for Shelley's sake that she takes this sign and she takes this and it says, listen, looky here, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to get to know Chris a little bit more and see if we have a better connection, because that's the root of Huda's issue. The root of Huda's issue is she knows that Chris is really into Shelley. Huda knows that she got in this couple with Chris because she thought that she was taking Chris off of Shelley's hands, only for Chris to get into the villa and basically say he still plans on exploring Shelley. But thank you for helping me get into the villa. So in Huda's mind, she's thinking, well, since Chris is still getting to know Shelley, let me try to do some of these moves up on Ace then. Let me, no. Not after you just sat up there and said that they look like a rom-com. No! But I am hoping that Chris sees Huda for who she is at this point and says, listen, look here, if you're going to be out here doing all these stripper moves and everything else and acting out of sight like this, and we're one step away from corn and everything else, I'm just going to be in full pursuit of Shelley right now. Because this is the perfect time. If Chris is the man who I think he is, this is the perfect time for Chris to be the one consoling Shelley and Shelley to be giving Ace the cold shoulder, because Ace has got to go. We've got to break some of these men up out of here, because these men are not respecting these women. These men are still not closing off, and we are in week 4. Make it make sense why nobody is closed off in week 4, because y'all don't like y'all couples. Y'all still waiting for something better. Because if you were serious about trying to make a win or get to the win or get to the finale at this point, you would have been closed off and you would have been all in on one person. But all of y'all are trying to create drama. You're trying to create all of these other things, and y'all have lost the plot. This is arguably one of the worst seasons of Love Island USA. I thought season 1 was bad. I thought season 4 and 5 was bad, but no. Season 7, each episode is like, listen, hold my beer. I want to be the worst season of Love Island USA that has ever been in the history of the show, because I want to not only destroy all of the favorite challenges and high moments like Casa Amor and the heart rate challenge by doing that couples nonsense because you have 1 million people in that villa. But also, I want to dump all the people who have real romantic connections. Make it make sense. Dumping all the people who have real romantic connections and keeping all the people who are treating this like this is an episode of Big Brother, like this is an episode of The Traitors, like this is an episode of Survivor. No. This is not about strategy and blindsiding people and all this and all that. This is Love Island. This is Love Island, y'all. Y'all are supposed to be finding love, not finding ways to sabotage each other, not finding ways to, do all of this other foolishness, being concerned about everybody else but your own couple, being concerned about everybody else's feelings instead of you finding love and growing and nurturing that love on this show so we can vote for you to win. And the last piece is we've completely lost the plot because the order of the couples right now that is being ranked on the Love Island USA app, if you are looking for a black woman to win this season, you are in danger, girl. Because right now, number 1 is Amaya and Zach. Number 2 is Iris and TJ. Number 3 is Sierra and Nick. Number 4 is Huda and Chris. And Shelley and Ace are coming in at 5th place right now. Andrina and Brian are coming in at 6. I think she'd be ranked higher if her and Pepe got together. Jaden and Austin is 7. Grayson and Pepe are number 8. And Clark and Taylor are number 9, you guys. Like, this is crazy. But I still think even if Taylor's at the bottom, if they don't do an automatic dumping, that Ace and Nick are going to save him. Because they basically said they're the three stooges, they're the three musketeers. So I think what you have to do to alleviate a situation like that is you got to have them all at the bottom. You've got to have Nick, Ace, and Taylor at the bottom so that it forces one of them to go. That's the only way you're going to get them out. But then in doing that, you're also keeping Iris and TJ, you're also keeping Austin and Jaden, you're also keeping all the other people, you know, here a lot longer. But I think Shelley, I don't know if she knows it yet, but she needs to be in a couple with Chris like yesterday. So there is that. That is it, and that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.